Peace, Islam fam. It's your brother Cool. I want to talk today about status. You know what I'm saying? You can't have a right to claim to anything if you don't have your legal status corrected. Legal status meaning you can tell who is a slave from a free man by the words that they use or that they speak. So you can tell who's a slave and you can tell who's free by simply seeing by which classification codes. If someone's speaking according to color code classification system, you already know they're a slave. What I mean by that is, hey, so what are you? I'm black. Hey, so what are you? I'm African, without specifying which country of Africa you're from. If you can't tell me exactly which part of Africa you're from, but you can only say I'm African, you are a slave. If I ask you for your nationality, you say you're black, you're African American, you're colored, you're other. If I ask you a question about race, and you fail to realize that there's only one race on the planet, and the race is called human, because race goes according to species, not complexion. Race goes according to phenotype, bone structure, 5 fingers, five fingers. You know what I'm saying? On one hand, 5 fingers on the other, 5 toes, 5 toes on the other, heart, lung, mouth, nose, eyes, ears. If I can see a pattern between the species, then that's a race. So there's only one race on the planet. It's called human. So if you're people referring to mad races on the planet, no, there's only one race. And that whole scenario of it's a race amongst different races. If that's the case, you might as well just call that a jog or a run or a solo mission, because the race is only one. There's no competition between races. There can't be. There's only species. There's different breeds of species on this planet. And within that species, then you have one race according to that species. You understand what I'm saying? You can have multiple different types of wolves, right? You have this type of wolf, and then you have domesticated dogs. But if you refer to the species, right, or the race is canine. But you have dogs and you have wolves, and then you have foxes. You know what I'm saying? All those are under the canine species. So the race is canine, right? Because why? They all have what? Similar features. Paws, you know what I'm saying? Sharpies. They have eyes, they have the nose for smelling. So this is what is meant by race. That's how you can tell a slave from a free man. So if you ask me what's my nationality, I'm Moor. I'm a Moor. Historically, I am a Moor American because we have ties across the whole goddamn planet. Not just one part, the entire planet. It just so happens that I'm domiciling in Somal Maghrib Maxum. Slave, let me rephrase that. Modern day corporate state Washington Corporation. Right? But I'm not a resident of Washington State Corporation because I'm not a corpse. I'm not a dead entity. My business, however, is a resident. You see how that works? Because my business is a dead entity. I'm not a dead entity. I'm not a corpse. My business is a corpse. So therefore, my business is a resident of Washington State Republic Corporation. However, me as a human being, I'm in Somal Maghrib Maxum. That's the ancestral estate of my ancestors. Because we all got to honor our ancestors. Like I said in my previous video, the only way to be a party to the Constitution, if you're of melanated complexion, is to be standing on a treaty. There's a treaty somewhere with your name on it. There's a treaty somewhere with your blood tied to it. There's a treaty somewhere with your rights tied to it. You identify that, you can enforce your rights. Thus, you can hold the Europeans to their Constitution. Check that. Peace.